What the junk?
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Brad.
How's it going?
Super.
So I think today we are going to talk about one of our first ideas from one of our listeners.
Love this.
And sorry, I got really excited. We didn't introduce
You
ourselves.
did. You just
No.
jumped right in.
I
like,
did.
Right,
I'm so
going with
excited. We have listeners, and they're sending us things now.
Calm down, Brad. Deep breath.
All right.
There's an order to things.
That's right. Well, I'm Brad Menard.
There we go.
And I'm the owner of Junk King Toledo.
And I'm Jen Hill, the owner of Jen Hill Organizing. And you're listening or watching What the Junk podcast. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, and you're in for like the long haul if you're still listening.
So true.
Yes.
We may have even hit 10 by now. We don't know. We lost track of counting already.
Yeah.
So anyway, Brad, now let's get back to the excitement.
All right.
So
my mom said that we should talk about pets.
All right.
And so we've talked a little bit, and we're not sure where this is going, but we think it's going to go down a really good rabbit hole. Right? Oh, see? Love it. Oh, wait,
we have something for that.
No. We got to hit that one for the...
D for drum.
D for drum.
All right.
Hey, we're going to be on top of that
guys,
one next
I'm
time.
so sorry. All right.
Yes.
So anyway, what type of pet does your mom have?
Oh, my mom has a cat.
Oh.
And the cat is pretty shy, so whenever we come in, it like disappears. So once in a while, we get to see the cat. But yeah, she's had a cat.
I have one of those. I mean, I have two cats, but I have one that like has to make sure the people are cool before it comes down and like
as it should.
People's.
I mean, it doesn't.
And then I have another one that like, what? You're here? What? Pet me? Hi.
See, I have 3 dogs, and as you know, they all are very loving dogs.
They are.
Yes, they. Yeah, so I have one who wants to greet you, and then he pretty much goes and does his own thing. I mean, he's adorable.
He has to find the shoe first.
French.
He likes to find some sort of a
toy.
He
has to show you something.
Yes.
And then I have another one. He really loves you.
He does.
A lot.
Yep.
So, and he just follows you around.
He sure does.
Yeah. And then we have a little puppy. So
she's very sweet.
She is very sweet, very smart. So she's going to be a handful.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, so pets. And so I think where we're going with this is that, you know, pets are like, when you introduce a pet to your space, you're introducing something new, right? It's a new thing, right? It comes with the new stuff. It comes with just things that you didn't
new routines
have. Yeah. Like you have food that you have to like put someplace, right?
Well, yeah, and it's usually like so big, like bulky.
Yes. And sometimes it's ugly.
Bags or lots of cans. Or,
Sometimes it's a little smelly, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you have a cat, you usually have the cat litter. Although I do like those YouTube videos where the cats like just like pee in a toilet. I don't know if you did that with your cats, but
we talked about it.
Yeah. It's impressive. So I have a friend who she has a rabbit, loves this rabbit. Like, I mean, she has many more pictures of this rabbit on Facebook than I've ever put of my kids, and I love it. I follow the rabbit's journey. So
love it.
But that rabbit, I'm pretty sure, is litter trained, which is just cool. So yeah. So you have the litter. They have toys.
Lots of accessories.
Lots of toys. Crates, right? Got to figure out like where's the crate go if you have to crate them. So my dogs like to sleep in their crate at night, and they get a treat to go in their crate, and then the door shuts, and that's where they are for the night. But they really enjoy it. So, yeah. So you have all this stuff. I mean, like some people have like a lot of pet stuff, and other people you're like, I didn't know that you had pets, right? Like there's hardly anything out here. So I feel like there's some people like manage this stuff well. Some people it's just which is cool, right? Just like I think just like parenting. Right? Like, I always love those people who compare their pets to other people's kids. And that's fun. So, I don't really care. But, man, I love seeing those people get riled up.
Hot.
Yes. Yeah. And those people who have the pets, they know it. And they just love to...
Poke.
Yes.
Poke.
So, yeah. So, you know, just like kids, you know, some people are like, it's the kid's house, too. And so they can just put their toys anywhere. And other people are like, their toys go in their room on the shelf. Like... you know, everything, and you don't know that I have kids unless you go in their room, right? Which is cool. Like, everybody has a different style. I think people treat the pets the same way. I think some people are like, the dog food's the dog food, it's right there, and other people are like, I need to figure out how to, like, hide this dog food so that people don't see the dog food. We have very nice containers for our dog food, and And then Jessica had to go get matching ones so that they all like match because they are like
Sure.
right at the front of our kitchen,
Yeah,
right? Because that's
yeah.
where their stuff is. As you could see, we stuffed a lot of dog stuff in the closet that you helped organize, and yeah, it's still got like a ton of crap in there. So
Yeah.
yeah, lots of
Spoiler,
dog
like we
stuff.
didn't finish the closet, and I just want
Yeah,
to
but
put that out
we're
there.
working on it still. Like it's you got us started, and we're figuring out how to finish it. So
I'm excited about that.
yeah, so you'll have to see the finished product.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have like a pet section now
Love
instead of like
that. Yes.
pet stuff here, pet
and
stuff
there,
there,
and
down here. Yeah,
yeah,
it was
here a
like
pet thing, there a
everywhere.
pet thing,
Yes.
everywhere a
So now
pet
there's
thing.
like a pet area,
That's
which is
awesome.
yeah. And you know, like we talked about the Costco thing, right? And so we were definitely guilty of sometimes buying stuff in bulk because of the convenience of it. But then we were like, have half of a closet full of like giant dog bones because our dogs love to chew on dog bones. But they're like not very big dogs, so it takes them a decent amount of time to like chew through a whole bone.
Right.
So we've kind of cut it back from ordering lots of bones all at once to like they literally show up at our door in a day. So we probably could do like 4 instead of like 100 or whatever we were doing.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yep.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What else
So
we got?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, with pets, so a couple things. I think, honestly, before you get a pet, like really think about your space.
Yes.
Because depending on the pet, you might need a lot of space or you might not need much space.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a lot of space, like look into fish because fish are kind of awesome too. But yeah, make sure that, even with dogs, like that you have the space in your home for them to be able to relax and then, I don't know, live, right, in your space. But once you've gotten that pet, know that there's only so much things you can control.
Right.
And honestly, it is the same thing with kids or anybody else that lives in your house, though.
Right.
Like, even with my husband, like, it's just the two of us, but, like, I know there's certain things that I control and certain things that I don't, and I need to be okay with that.
Right.
So yeah, I think with pets, it's the same way. But like you even said, even if you're able to designate spaces for certain things, that just kind of helps you know where things need to go. So for our cats, if and when we need to go vacuum, we have to go around the house and pick up all the toys off the floor. And it's kind of fun. Like we have a nice little bin on the floor that we put them all in. And it's really cute to watch them come and take them out later in the day.
Isn't
it's
it adorable?
It's
What?
so cute.
I
They,
just don't know why
put their
it's
little
so cute,
face
but
in
it
there,
is,
and they're like,
yes.
I want this one, and they pull it out. It's really cute. So but I don't pick them up every night. Like we don't need to.
Right.
But I also don't buy toys that are annoying to me. Because guess what? The cat doesn't know.
It's true.
It doesn't know. So, like we have a few balls, but they don't really get a kick out of those. So,
Right.
thankfully we don't have a ton of those. So I don't have to worry about tripping over them and falling or down the stairs. Because they like to leave toys on the stairs a lot. Surprisingly so.
Makes sense.
Yeah, But yeah, so, kind of be aware of what you are okay with and maybe what you're not okay with. And you don't have to bring those things into your house to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like that.
yeah, there's that. But, yeah, I mean, as far as, like, the food, there's definitely some organizing,
There's some fun
containers
things.
and
Yes.
whatever, and
And I'm a sucker for when I'm on Facebook, right? And those ads come up with like the cute like dog. I'm like, oh my god, my dogs do need this special bowl that will keep them from like bending their head too much when they're.
Sure.
Because my little French bulldog's cat, But
very cute.
yes, but then I don't buy them because then I also know I don't need them. So, but I got to check it out, and then I read the reviews. I'm like,
Ooh.
do people really think that this is great? Like, do I really need it? But I don't. But it's fun to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to get the cute containers. They have like fun cat litter containers, I'm sure, right?
So we actually did something fun. So I wasn't convinced we needed a cat. My husband grew up with animals his entire life, and he's like, no, we need a cat. I'm like, all right, fine. And notice I kept saying a cat, and we have 2. That's how that turned out.
Yeah.
But they're brothers. They were so cute. That's a whole nother story for another day. But I was like, listen, I do not want kitty litter all over my house.
Right.
Like, that drives me insane.
Absolutely. That's the reason
And
we
I
don't
don't
have
want
cats.
to smell them.
No.
All right. So he's like, listen, that can be controlled. I'm like, okay, okay. Um, so, fun fact, as long as you change their litter box every couple days, you don't smell them. Like, you would never know that we would have cats.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell. But then the litter thing, I was like, all right, at the time when we got them, we lived in an apartment and, not a ton of space, obviously, to have litter boxes all over the place. I think we had one litter box anyway, it doesn't matter where it was. But my husband is also a garage guy, but not with cars. He does woodworking. And him and his friend that we got the cats from built this cool box that out of like pallets and other wood, I don't know. So it's like a bench. So like I have a cushion on top of it, but like the lid opens up. And then there's the litter box, and so there's a hole in the side of the box where the cats go in and do their business.
All right.
It's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, you'll have to see it sometime. But so that's kind of nice too. Like there's ways to do it with like dog crates. I've seen like pieces of furniture. Have you
Like
seen
built
those?
into like the end tables.
Yeah.
That's another thing I get sucked into on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So there's some fun ways to be creative with that stuff too.
I think so. You brought up the point about like the right pet for the right space too, right? And so I do think that's an important like piece of
Be
it.
a responsible pet
Yeah.
owner.
So like I know, so I have a friend who she lived in a small apartment forever, and she had a giant dog. But every time you go over there, this dog was just like sleeping there, and I'm like, and I knew it wasn't. It was like a golden retriever, but and they're pretty hyper, right?
Right.
And it was not an old dog, so I was like, how do you get your dog? Like, you live in this little apartment. How do you get your dog to, like, just lay there, right? But the dog went out to a farm during the day,
Oh,
right?
fun.
Yeah, and so it ran around this farm all day long. And so it was part of her routine, like, take the dog out to the farm in the morning. Dog ran around the farm all day, and then bring the dog, go pick the dog up. And then it came back and, like, slept in her apartment,
Yeah.
right? So it was perfect. She got her big dog. The dog got all of its energy out. And so it was, even though it may not have appeared to be the right size dog for the apartment, because of the routine that
creative.
she had,
Yeah.
like it really fit well. And so, no, I think that's an important piece of it. And I think that like, cats are great for people who do weekend trips and stuff. And so, yeah.
I just put a little extra food and water out there. It's great.
I know. Yeah, not for my dogs. They need lots of love, lots of attention.
Yep.
So I think
Fun
that's
stuff.
it.
All right. Well, Brad's mom, if we didn't cover
Yeah.
everything you wanted to talk about, feel free
No,
to
I
let
think
us
she's
know.
going to be pretty excited about this episode. So
It was kind of fun.
it was something a little different, but still talking about the stuff, right? So it still fits in with what the junk. And but we got to talk about our pets, which is really fun. So
Yep.
I think we both really love our pets, even if you weren't on board with the cat right away. Like you love your cats.
It's bad now.
Yeah.
So more fun facts for you. I've got two things, and then I'll stop talking about my cats. One, there's videos, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube, with cats that have, like, word buttons.
Yes.
You've seen those? Like,
yes.
they have them for, like, dogs, too, right?
Right.
But then there's these cats that do it, and it's, like, outside, or mad,
Right.
or I love you. And I'm like, oh, we need these buttons. So I'm trying to convince my husband we need these buttons. But I feel like our orange cat is just going to go outside, 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 like, all the time. So we'll see. Other fun fact. So we switched over from Alexa to Google things in our home.
Okay.
So we have one of the Google devices that has like a little screen.
Okay.
And so you can have pictures rotate.
Yeah.
Literally, I think there's pictures of like 2 pictures of people, and the rest of them are all cats. Whether that's our cats or cats, my husband does like home remodel stuff. So, when he's on jobs, he'll take a picture of the cat because obviously I need to see the cat.
Of course.
So yeah, the album is called Friends and Family, but it's all cats.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Speaking of cats, so I have a friend. So I was at his house doing some other work, right? And I'm like, what are you building outside with like recycled stuff, right? Like you
Yeah.
can tell. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking for some shingles to like kind of finish it off. So if you come across some shingles, and I'm like, well, what is it? And he's like, my cat would always like sit at the window.
Yeah.
And so he's building the cat, and I think it's done now. Like this whole outdoor thing so he
Yeah.
can just open the window and the
And
cat can
yes,
go
I've
outside.
seen these. They're amazing.
Yes, and it's all made out of like stuff that he's just
That's
found,
amazing.
right? Like screen and pieces of wood and shingles, like just recycled stuff, and made
I love
the
it.
whole outdoor cat oasis. And he's like, now the cat like isn't constantly like meowing at the window because he can go outside and just hang out outside with all of his friends.
Yep.
So
Love that.
right.
Yep.
So that's a good cat related reusing materials story that
Recycle.
fits perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was Jason. So if Jason's
Shout out to
listening, which he
Jason.
did say he listens,
Jason, I
yeah,
love it. Send us
so,
pictures, please. And
yeah,
thank you.
we definitely want some pictures.
Yeah.
So hopefully he actually finished it. But even if he
Even if
didn't,
not, I want to see pictures.
yes, we need.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm invested.
and if it's not finished, you could finish it and get us pictures soon.
Please.
So, all right. Well, I think we're good, right?
Awesome. So yeah, honestly though, if you do have pet, like share us your pet
Yes.
pictures.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to have more cats in my cat slideshow. So whatthejunkpodcast@gmail.com.
And don't forget to let us know if you want a What the Junk
Yeah,
sticker.
our sticker.
So these stickers go great on water
What?
bottles. They go great
You can
on
see I'm holding it up to the camera
computers.
for our
They
YouTube
go
friends.
great on anything. Like you could
Like
yeah.
signs on the sign.
just don't vandalize things with it. We don't want What the Junk stickers like stuck in random places. So
Of course not.
yeah, unless it's really visible. So
So yeah, check us out. Thank you. Subscribe. Do the things with that. You know how to do those things, and share with your friends. And hopefully they like discussions on cats.
hopefully, I think this
dogs.
is going to be the best
The most listened to,
junk-related
yeah.
pet podcast episode that has
Ever.
ever aired on any of the many subscribed things that we do.
And with that, we're gonna peace out.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining us.